Oh man, baby, that's Uncle Juvie, baby. That's Uncle Juvie, baby. Oh man.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Talking That Talk official podcast. I go by the name of King Exodus, aka X.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Juice, aka No Ordinary Brother, aka a Rising Pharaoh.
All right, pretty interesting topic we got today. Juice, what we talking about, man?
All right, y'all. So this is the topic of discussion for tonight. Can two ambitious people work out, one man and a woman? And this can actually be it actually can be applied to different variations of relationships, right? Mm-hmm. So I had a conversation with a young lady, right? She kind of hit me up and we was talking about relationships, and she was like, well, I got all these ambitions and he got all these ambitions, and I was like, okay, that's cool, but I was kind of more so looking at the situation like, how is it necessarily working out? And this is why, because when you have two ambitious people trying to go after what they want in life, I feel like it will sometimes knock with each other, right? Basically, the title was, can two ambitious people work out while seeking support with each other, right? So you have individuals who's trying to get to the next level, but they still rely on the other person for support. That's why some men believe in traditional roles of, hey, let me lead and you support. But now we also have women that's asking men to support them as well in stuff that they got going on. So it's more interesting as we proceed through talking to her. She was like, "Oh, do you feel like it's working?" I said, depending on how far into the relationship you are, right? I believe if somebody has hit a certain level of their goals, cool, it can work out. But if y'all both are on the same even field trying to get to the next level, I feel personally it's gonna collide. Reason is because if I'm trying to be a C executive and you trying to be a C executive or do other things that branch into entrepreneurship, and I'm still relying on you to, hey, be there for me, and then you relying on me to be there for you, it's gonna have some clashes, right? I said I'm 50-50 on it, but like I said, from ground level, shoot, that's pretty difficult. Go ahead.
I mean, it's a 50-50 thing. It's not really much of a. Nobody can prove either side 100% correct, because you have two people that can be ambitious within the same particular fashions, have the same goals pretty much, and still bump heads. Just as easy as somebody could be in a relationship with somebody that has the opposite style of ambition that they have, and they bump heads. So I always say it depends on the maturity and the respect that both people have for each other, because you still have to respect that even though you want experiences and services from your partner, you still have to respect the fact that they are a human being with their own mind, ambitions, and all these things. Right. And a lot of times we get so selfish that we forget that. So, and like I said, it goes back to the respect, and then the maturity level is not everybody is going to provide exactly what you want them to at that particular moment. You know what I'm saying? You can have two people have similar ambitions, but they still bump heads because, well, now maturity becomes a problem, because some people can understand you got a lot on your plate, you're busy, I get it, you're trying to take over the world. Hey, but you forgot to tell me good morning today. I didn't get my good morning text. Or, you know what I'm saying? A man could be out there hustling, grinding, paying the bills, provider. Let him not text you good morning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and men do the same thing in similar fashions with women. So it's like, you just got to be mature and respect people. I think respect is the first thing goes out the window in some relationships. People stop respecting that you're a person, you're an individual, before you became a part of this collective.
There you go.
And even being in a collective, you still have to have your individual space, your personal time to catch up with the shit that makes you who you are, the shit that you like. So that's my opening.
Okay, that's a great opener. So, like we said, it just really depends on the relationship, because, like I said, we're starting out ground level. Ground level is more so, let's just say we're basic employees, right? Basic employees, and we're both trying to move up in our company. Like I said, it's you got to look at the time you're taking away, because this is the thing, right? If if I'm done with subject and I'm like, hey baby, I'm free now, you might be working on something like, hey, I gotta get this done right now. I'll get back to you. Then it comes vice versa, right? Now y'all trying to collaborate on each other's time, unless y'all actually come with a set schedule that, hey, look, no matter what's going on, from these times to these times, we're gonna do this. But like I said, it always depends on the level of ambitions that you have, because I work off a very set schedule, right? Let's say if a woman wanted my attention, I would let her know, like, hey, I'm studying right now, but like, your company is appreciated. So if you want to come over, you're more than welcome to, but at least give me 30 minutes right now to, finish my studies. Some women will look at it like, damn, you can't stop studying for me. And then you have some that be like, okay, cool, I'll be on the way over. She'll come over, I'll still be studying. She might be watching TV or like, doing something of that nature, but she's giving me that freedom to work. And that's what we talk about when people hit these certain levels in life. You didn't see the work ethics behind it. But if you actually sat there and seen that man working, and you left that relationship and seen him progress, and you'd be like, well, shit, I was right there from the beginning. He used to tell me, hey, he needs 30 minutes right now. And it was cool for the time being, but I realized, like, that's not for me because I really need a lot of attention. That's another thing. That's why I don't date women who need a lot of attention. I said that before. I was like, if you need a lot of attention, I'm not the man for you, because I got stuff I got to get off the ground. So let's, we'll also reverse it, because there was the second part to can two ambitious people work out while supporting each other. The second part was I had said was, okay, if a man can provide and support, can a woman also provide? And the poll for that was yes. And then someone was like, I worded it like, no, the following statement is true or false. If a man can support, then a woman can provide. So it said true as an answer, or no, he's still a man. And the responses I got back was, yeah, she could provide as well. But it was amazing that the ones who agreed that two ambitious people could work out, a lot of women didn't even respond to the part of saying they didn't want to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how much he puts out, he can be a provider and a supporter. They still expect him to do two roles while they just was focused on that one. So that's why I was like, damn, so a man could go above and beyond, but you still feel like you can't provide, but he's acting in two roles now. So it was interesting, bro. It was just interesting.
All right. Before I get into that, I want to go back to the ground level scenario.
Yes. Go back to the ground.
It really depends on the people, because you have some people that can come up from that ground level together, and even though they may bump heads, they still could work towards the goal, which is whatever the peak was for them, business wise, whatever the case. And then you have some people that just can't make it work from the ground level, and that's because it's too much work. It's too much work as a collective, as far as like reaching your ambitions, and then it's still work that has to go into the relationship. Correct. So a lot of times people just get gassed out because there's too much work going on in different directions. Right. So, and it's funny because I had a similar conversation prior to this, and it's just like, you can still make relationships work and ambition. It's just you still have to remember the simple things in relationships. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Some people just get so wrapped up in that one world that they forget, okay, you still got another world to tend to. Right. And sometimes that's where the maturity come into play. Like, you might not have time to do a lot, but you can make the small time count in big ways. So that goes back to, how did you and this person connect to begin with? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. If y'all connected and this was a reciprocity type of deal, right, where both people tended to each other, then that shouldn't just fall off the table because now ambition is the main objective. You still have to be diverse. You still have to be able to multitask. You know what I'm saying? That's just like people creating businesses and being successful and still being a parent. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You have the time. I hate when people say you don't have time. You have time for whatever you make time for. Even if it's not a lot of time, you still can make the time. I can make 5 minutes, smack that back, Hey,
you know I gotta throw that in there. I gotta throw that in there. You know I gotta throw that in there.
She leaving.
She leaving, but I've been working all day, man. I've been working all day though.
Yes, she go.
She go. I've been working all day though. I've been working all day, man.
And I just wanted to point out what came to me as the one up, the one down scenario, where you can have one individual that's higher at a higher level than the other one in a relationship, and vice versa. And a lot of people think that's easier sometimes because, okay, if someone's already above you,
right?
Well, you probably don't have to be that ambitious because something's already taken care of. And then for the person that's, you know what I'm saying, on the lower end, that'll be comfortable for them. And then the person on the higher end may feel like, okay, now I have more time and attention to give because I'm already a little bit successful in my own personal life. So I call that the one up, one down scenario. Well, some people don't prefer to do a ground level because they feel like it's advantageous if one person is already at that level or one person is already, you know what I'm saying, kind of.
That's why they say women date up, they marry up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people.
I didn't want to say the H word. I didn't want to say hypergamy in this.
I mean, it is hypergamy at the end of the day, bro. I don't know. I don't really know women who go up and they want to date down unless the relationships they had with men that were higher up was somewhat catastrophic. So they were like, I don't. That's why some women like, I don't want to date a high value man, or I don't care about a man with money. I like a man with morals and values. So it's like I said, it's so interesting when it comes to this subject. So let me go ahead and I was gonna give you another example, right? When we talk about people getting into different worlds, we got to look at the fact that we always talk about the physical, the spiritual, the mental, and the emotional, right? So when I notice that some people are like, what do y'all be talking about? Like, there's a different world to get to. Y'all forget there's different categories you enter in as you go about. When you leave the house, go to the workforce, you know, in a work environment. When you leave there, go to the gym, in a physical environment. You know what I'm saying? It's different environments that your mind has mentally shifted to, depending on what you're participating in, right? But if I'm so focused on work and you be like, hey, you don't tend to my needs, I'm too focused on fucking work. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something I want to put around there right there. And so let me get on this subject then. You know, I felt like we can make this, I could throw this into the subject, but at the same time, we can still make this a separate episode. For this situation, do you feel like the one up situation is better, like, you know, a person above the individual? Do you believe in partnerships or everybody being equal? So the reason why I wanted to bring this into the stage, I also was talking to him about, I want you to pay attention to the roles of the first lady in every presidency, right? Michelle Obama played the biggest role ever in history as the first lady, right? In those roles where the man was the president, he was out there 100% on his own. We just seen in the last presidency, Trump and, you know, Ivanka, she wasn't really doing anything. As you can tell, he was doing things by himself. Even in this presidency right now with Joe Biden, his wife, she's not doing nothing. He's letting them lead. But the first black president, he was equal to his woman the whole time, even though they hold two different positions. So I was like, yo, that's really interesting. Like, why is it that, you know, we always talk about you know how these people come in with their wives and stuff. You wasn't president. Like, yo, you know, I got my other stuff going on, right? She might be graduating or about to attend a ceremony. You not there. Because you in a meeting. Wow. So she can take that back out. You can show up to my ceremony and I've been doing all this work. Like, hey, look, man, I'm talking, bro. Hey, look. This is what I say when it's really life, like being an ambitious person. You gotta if y'all can work without no one getting mad at what y'all have to do to get stuff done, y'all will be great. But those type of situations, if, like I said, one leans on the other one for support, whew, like I gotta rub my hands and y'all don't understand, like they will hang that shit over your head.
Man. And some people get wrapped up in the imagery. Like if that person ain't there for a certain thing or whatever the case, then you know what I'm saying, it gotta be something negative. People want a perfect picture relationship, having people present in certain shit. But if somebody busy working, hustling, grinding, doing whatever, it's not a negative thing that they can't be in that picture with you. You know what I'm saying? Some people really, they so worried about making other people happy, like giving them what they want to look at, that you forget that your happiness comes first. Are you happy with the person you got at home? You know what I'm saying? So what I don't like is if a man is en route, right, and he misses events and misses things because he's ambitious, well, a lot of times you ain't shit. But once you get it, you get the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Get the bag. Yeah.
If you on tour or some shit and you missing events, people are like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? He get the bag.
Yeah.
So it's only cool
money.
if you got the bag.
If you get money. If you get money.
If you're en route, oh, man.
No.
Yeah.
So you could come to this event, you've been in this motherfucking room all day.
Right. So it's like,
Yeah,
a lot of times people, attention comes with a price, literally.
Yes.
And if people can understand that you're not giving them the same amount of attention as somebody that has less, it's a problem. If you have more, well, okay. You know what I'm saying? You have to remember, athletes, entertainers, all these people got relationships and wives. They're on the road. But the woman is, you know what I'm saying? She don't feel like the same woman who, man, that's working 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying, and probably work on the weekend night shift somewhere. He'll lose his wife. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not being attentive.
You know why? You never home.
The bag.
You never home.
Yeah.
I need support. There it goes. I need the support. Like, baby, I'm out here working. What you talking about? That's why I wrote. This is really interesting. Like I said, when it comes to 2 ambitious people trying to make it work. Like, I can go on this thing forever.
I gotta play devil's advocate though.
Go ahead.
I didn't know this exists, Juice. I didn't. But, you know, women have told me some horror stories to where it's like, men be bitching for attention too.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
The woman can be ambitious, you know, trying to do her thing, and then the dude up there talking about this attention shit. I can't connect with that because, I mean, shit, if I deal with anybody that got some ambition, it's a relief to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you have something that you can devote your time and your attention to, and I think that makes people better as individuals and people because they have a life outside of their relationship.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I heard there's a lot of men out there that be in their feelings too. Like,
oh no, that's real.
They can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? They chick got a hustler spirit, or she's ambitious as well. So it can be a lonely world for ambitious women as well.
That's what I said. Can 2 ambitious people work out? And then, like I said, support each other, right? Like this is another thing is sometimes, but like I know men who have done that are more so afraid of losing their girlfriend or their wife. Because the next step she'll reach is passing him financially. So that's something that's bitch moves men have done. You know what I'm saying? That hey, it is what it is. But like I said, some men are fighting for attention and shit to a point where like I said, you can call it a you know what's interesting? I seen this post today, and the girl was like, y'all be calling yourself alphas, but trip about splitting the bills. I said, you know, beta men also provide on that level too, right? I was like, it's kind of weird how y'all set yourselves up for this type of level, right? And that's another thing, right? When you're really ambitious, would it look horrible to ask somebody for a little bit more financial support?
All right, perfect example, man.
Hey, look. I be doing it, baby.
Perfect example. The movie Acrimony. All right, so for people that didn't see the movie, we had a couple that got together in college. The guy in the relationship, he kind of somehow lived off of his, at the time, girlfriend. I think she bought him his first car. You know, she started doing a lot of shit for him early.
Oh, this Acrimony. I was like, what are you talking about?
So, in adulthood, they get married.
Right.
And he decides to quit his job or not work because he had a dream. He had a device he was working on.
Yeah.
So throughout maybe 20 years of marriage, he didn't bring home no bag. She worked, she did what it took, take care of everything. So eventually she got frustrated with his, you know what I'm saying, his lack of ability to provide, divorced him. All right. She divorced him, then later on in the future, the device popped, became a millionaire.
Got the patent, had to go through the
So she felt entitled to being his wife again and living a dream with him because she pretty much
funded.
funded his project when he didn't have the money to fund for it.
And also, yeah, like she bought the car, she put him through school. I give her that. I give her that.
So I think that's a perfect example.
But he did give her a nice check though.
Sometimes asking people to do too much while you chase your goals, it's just, to me, it's just not responsible.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you living off of other people while you're en route of becoming whatever it is that you want to become, I think that's unfair to who's ever supporting you at that moment. Mm-hmm. I think you're still responsible for both. You're responsible for yourself, your life that you're living, and the life that you want to get to. You're still responsible. So I don't believe in living off of people just to get to your goals and shit like that, especially if you're a man. But you do have people like Robert Kiyosaki. When he was en route with his wife, shit, they only did enough work to make enough money for certain things. Their whole thing was, I don't want a consistent paycheck. I don't want to get addicted to working paycheck.
Put on the
So
amount of hours.
Yeah, so they lived with a family member while they was en route. So you do have situations where it can work out, but I would just say, man, just be responsible for yourself. To me, it's just that much better once you get the end result, knowing that you put in the work, you put in the grind, and you sacrifice to make it happen. So, and, some people want a free ride, man. Some people want a free ride. There's a lot of free riders out there.
I mean, yeah.
But it do be fucked up, man. Some women be like working, serious relationship. The boyfriend, he want to like sell weed and try to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, shit, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So
she ready for the whole studio sessions.
Yeah, she ready for the studio sessions. She probably in her car.
She probably, yeah, go baby.
Yeah,
she'll be working 3 hours.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I've seen situations like that. I've seen my mother do things like that. Allow a man to come. Some men graduate from living with their mama to moving in with their girlfriend.
Whoo.
You know what I'm saying? So we do have situations where the freeloading is real.
Okay.
And then, they end up driving our car.
Okay.
So sometimes women play these provider, supportive roles as well. It happens. It happens.
Look, it does happen. But the thing is, what is she accepting the role because she's lonely, or is she, accepting the role because she sees more in this individual? This is the thing. It can be both. It can definitely be both. That's what I'm asking.
And sometimes some people just like the power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody depend on me, I know I have more of a power control over them, and it's at least lesser chance of them leaving because they're dependent on you.
Right.
So it could be, it can be a combination of all three, 2 out of 3. It depends.
You want the cell phone home? You better bring your ass home. You ain't bring my car? Okay. Put a tracker coming. Yeah, it's a lot of, and that's another thing I'm gonna get to, right? And this is interesting to me. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. That's why I said the provider and the supporter role for a man. Mm-hmm. A man can provide everything, right? Mm-hmm. And then a person will eventually say, but can you support me emotionally? Can you stay with me out mentally? I was like, God. Yeah. So that's why I was like, okay, if a man can play all these roles, then why can't you do the same for him when it comes to the situation? But then it always falls on, hey, a man's a man. He can do it. I believe in him. Go out there, Tiger. Hey, go out there, X.
Hey, fellas, y'all gotta stand up for yourself, man.
Hey, you better
if you're experiencing that, you need to hit the door, man.
Definitely, man. You gotta stand on your square. And I'll be letting brothers know right now, man. A lot of y'all not standing on your square as to why some of y'all get disrespected, right? There was a post that was earlier that happened that I had showed X. A woman said she was at a bar and a dude sent her a drink. Okay. And she was on a date. Mm-hmm. She accepted the drink. Mm-hmm. The man walked out and left. Mm-hmm. And another comment said, she's like, yeah, he left me all there by the bar. He's like, what's going on? So a woman commented and said, did you accept the drink? I would have too, because I've been disrespected. And a lot of you men haven't set up standards, boundaries, and requirements as to why you get disrespected. And I commented myself. I was reading comments, men were all like, yeah, I wouldn't trip if another dude bought her a shot. It's one less drink for me to buy. another dude was just like, man, y'all be tripping. It's just a drink. Y'all understand when a person accepts a drink, you're accepting an invitation. That's why if she had respect or any type or liked this man, she would have denied the drink or gave him the drink at another man's expense. Right? So I gave another example to some people. I said, okay, this is just like Soul Babe. The man took her out to an expensive dinner. He cut the meat up. He stuck it up, put it straight in her mouth. She bit it. And another example, same scenario. Another man tried to do that to his woman. She said, no, put it on this plate. She cut it up and fed it to him. So I was like, it's things that you have already instilled into who you're dating or how they was raised to know what's acceptable and not acceptable. And then another thing I said was, if that man respected you in any type of way, he would have asked you firsthand, hey, is it okay if I buy your date a drink? Or can I buy, bro, and we don't talk about that enough. Right? I get called asshole for acting in these ways. I was like, y'all need us assholes. If not, y'all gonna have the most weakest men out here. Like, I'm never in this subject.
Yeah, respect is a mutual thing. If you're gonna be the kind of female that is very overprotective of your dude, you know what I'm saying? You don't want another woman doing nothing for him.
Right.
You know, you overly, aggressive with that kind of shit.
Right.
You play the same, you know what I'm saying? You give him the same respect. You can't be out there getting the attention that you want from people, and then when you're around him, you just stiff arm and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing flies. You got to have an equal respect. You know what I'm saying? And some dudes, some dudes do the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They be goddamn if somebody even just asks they woman. Like, some people could go to a restaurant on a date. The server asks them, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Some dudes start looking at the server like, you trying to hit on my chick or something? You know
what y'all got going on?
He looked at you? Did he look at you? You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations like that, man. Minding my own business. And, you know what I'm saying? Somebody thinks somebody trying to talk to their chick. So, yeah, you got to deal with your own insecurities. Have that equal respect. Ladies, don't be taking free shit from other men.
I'm telling you. And that's what
if he was real.
No, man, because then this is what I also dislike about some men, right? In that same scenario, men will say keep it player. I say, bro, keeping it player is not allowing yourself to be disrespected. I like, where do y'all get it? Like where a woman does something, you be like, oh shit, I ain't tripping, I'm gonna keep it player. No, nigga. What kind of players are y'all, nigga? But like, bro, y'all, being players, keeping it real honest and never allowing yourself to be distracted because people know what's up, right? I actually went somewhere with an attractive woman, right? Man, that's supposed to be like, hey, man, they say, yeah. They're like, man, she's good. I'm like, hey, let me get her a drink. I said, hey, can you get two? Like, yeah, I got it. Because I let them know, like, yo, she not by herself. I was like, if I brought a blessing that caught your eyes, you can bless me for bringing her with you. That's how I be looking at things, I be on some shit, boy. But no, man, let me not get inside myself, man. But anything else on the topic, man? I felt like that was good right there. I think that was good.
That was good work. You did all right, man. You did all right.
All right. I ain't got to fire you today. You know what I'm saying? Somebody comments, you fire all the time.
You still keep working.
Oh, okay, man. So go ahead and give us the time and everything else they need to know.
Alright, so for those who aren't aware, we do these live shows every Monday, Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. We're going to hop into a Q&A after the episode on Instagram Live.
That's right.
Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Talking That Talk official podcast. We out.
Peace.
Play the music, man. Play the music.
Play the music.
Turn it on.